kicking off this Monday with some tragic news, depending on what sort of device you use, Paul.
Okay.
Samsung Cloud is going away.
Yeah, I found that out the other day
Mm-hmm.
when I was testing DeX. And because I actually, no, that's not why, but although I was testing DeX at the time, I wanted to go look at the OneDrive and OneNote integrations that are supposed to be in the Note 20.
Mm-hmm.
So I went into Samsung Gallery, which is an app I would normally never notice or open or whatever. And it
Hold
came
on.
up with that.
When you question.
Yeah.
When you open the Gallery app, it typically opens a photo. Did it work?
Yeah, well, it opened to a notification, and the notification says, "Hey, Samsung Cloud's going away.
Oh.
You should use OneDrive instead."
I was just curious what it's like to double click on a picture and have it open. That's all.
Oh, yeah, let me try. Oh, yeah, look at that. It works. It comes right up. Yeah, that part works. Yeah, so they're getting rid of their cloud stuff. That makes sense, right? So this, I was literally, it's funny you said this. I was thinking about this as well, walking around this morning, and I was like thinking I should write an article about the Samsung Microsoft partnership, because I'm going to, through a series of articles, look at the various pieces, but this is something that has really evolved, and there's little things that make you think this means nothing, like Samsung phones get a feature in your phone that is exclusive to them for a little bit of time, but then they eventually come to other phones. It's like, well, who cares? It's no big deal. But there's some things that are kind of unique, and like this thing that you're describing, where they're going to go with a Microsoft offering instead of their own, that's actually big. That's big.
Paul, are you saying that Microsoft's going to buy Samsung's mobile business?
No, I'm saying that Samsung is the exact opposite of Apple. And instead of going it alone on everything, which, by the way, they were clearly tunneling down that path, it appears that they're starting to realize maybe they need to partner.
Yeah, which is a good thing, I think.
I think so, yeah.
For a lot of people. It also sort of, hedges a little bit of betting on Samsung's part that they're not fully reliant on everything that Google does. They've at least got Microsoft partnering with them for some of their phone services, which is huge.
So I was going to save this for my article, but I will just point out ruefully, if Microsoft had just not bungled Cortana so badly, it is very clear that Bixby never would have happened, or they would have gotten rid of it already, and Cortana would have been the voice assistant on Samsung phones. And that would have put it kind of over the top, I think.
It would at least given it a pretty significant fighting chance, just based on how many people would have had access to it out of the box.
That would have required years of reasonable work on Microsoft's part, and that never happened. So, we also know that Samsung is talking to Google. Google would like to replace some of the Samsung apps with their own on Samsung phones as well. And, unfortunately, one of the obvious ones would be Google Assistant instead of Bixby.
Yeah. I wonder if this was like a really drawn out long play for Google to like sell that functionality, much like Mozilla does with their search. Some 4D chess right there, Paul.
It's possible.
Yeah, I don't think it probably. I think they wanted Bixby. I mean, we know that's probably
they
not.
They saw the wounded animal, and they decided to pounce.
Well, I mean, they put Bixby in a fridge. I mean, that's.
I know.
Like that's a pretty big...
there were I'm literally as you rang me, I was writing this article. There's a new feature that's in the Note 20 that either has already or will very soon come to other recent flagships, which is called Wireless DeX. And Wireless DeX uses Miracast, which you and I both know is terrible, but to wirelessly display the DeX environment. So it's not like Chromecast where you get like a phone screen up on the screen. You get DeX, like the desktop environment.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you could connect like a Bluetooth keyboard and mouse. I haven't actually tested that. But the point of this is you can turn your phone into a trackpad, and then you can navigate with the mouse cursor around on the screen. And what that lets you do is do things like show a photo slideshow if you're at home, or you walk into an office and you're going to show a PowerPoint presentation, right? That would work great. And that's another example. It's not quite a refrigerator, but Samsung Smart TVs have Miracast built in. So you and I both have a Samsung TV that this works with, even though those things are actually 4 years old now.
Yeah, something like that.
So there are integration possibilities for Samsung that exceed what Apple can do because they're into so many other businesses. It's kind of like the advantage that Amazon has with its own retail store and its online services, because it can mix and match physical goods.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's one thing, like when you're like, I live in the Apple ecosystem. You're like, okay, cool. But when you say like I live in the Samsung ecosystem, that could actually mean a lot more if you buy Samsung smart TVs and refrigerators and appliances. And
Yeah.
I mean, there's the potential for a, they have washing machine like
Oh, they make boats, like Freightliner. Like they make like
Sure.
everything.
Yeah.
They might even make a car in their own home country. Samsung
Oh, interesting.
car. I think. Yeah. Well, there's images of one. I don't know if you can actually.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I mean, they're an interesting company. I mean, and it's easy to, like you just made a joke about the refrigerator, which, by the way, point on it's absolutely. I would never buy. I wouldn't personally ever buy like a Samsung fridge, so I could update it with an app or whatever. But if you do have that stuff, I mean, that's interesting. I mean, it's just it's a unique thing for them.
Yeah, they make like almost literally everything.
Yeah. Yep.
So yeah, I look forward to my USS Samsung. My next purchase.
Well, like there was sorry to interrupt. There was a running joke about Sony a few years back that like the only part of the company that was making money was like the insurance company.
Is that really a joke though?
Yeah. Well, but the reason it's a joke, I guess, is like that doesn't benefit. Like if you're like a PlayStation guy or a Sony guy, whoever
Right.
that is now. I mean, like there are anyone out there with Sony phones or anything, but or I guess there are Sony TVs. Sony makes things, right? So you could be like, well, there's a Sony ecosystem, the Sony ecosystem doesn't help if it's insurance.
Right.
It's like he has it in his will that he'll be buried with his PS4. The insurance payout will be on a 1.2 multiple.
We've seen how he drives in Gran Turismo. His insurance rates
Yeah,
for
exactly. So his
automobile.
insurance went up. Yeah. It's not the integration we're looking for. That's all I'm saying.
Unless you're Amazon, then they quite literally might be trying to get that sort of integration. So
Yeah. Then they will be successful doing that. Everyone likes the free shipping, but no. But I mean, but this is other stuff. I mean, like when everything goes south, like you're still paying for Prime. I guess I'm gonna watch TV shows on Prime, or whatever.
Yeah.
Like
I just never really thought the deal with the devil was just going to be for free shipping. Like I always thought there'd be a little more upside to it.
Right,
than
how
that,
easily they bought us.
yeah. Like
It's like I gotta get my potato chips tomorrow.
I mean, at least in that song, the guy like got a fiddle made out of gold or whatever it was. That's
That was just the devil came down to Georgia or whatever. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
What price you saw?
Well, apparently it's just overnight free shipping. That's
Yeah, sad statement on modern America, I guess.
But it's nice though. I literally just ordered something from Amazon last night.
I think he keeps UPS employed. I think they're the only reason that company's still in business. The trucks show up to his house like every single day.
Well, if you don't want to go out.
I mean, I get it, but
Yeah. Well, it is Monday after all. It's a good way to kick off the last day of August, by the way. What happened to that month?
should have been in North Carolina today.
Oh,
Which
yeah.
is as crappy as should have been in Paris today, but it is another example of well, actually, this trip could conceivably still happen, I guess. I'm sure they'll figure out the whole COVID thing by the end of the month. I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, we'll just go with that.
North Carolina.